It's time for the Fan Connection presented by AT&T. Every week we invite you, the listener, to connect with us by submitting your questions. At AT&T, connecting changes everything. And on USMNT, our connections with you will help grow the game. Welcome back to Unfiltered Soccer. This is the segment that we all love. It's the AT&T Fan Connection. It's a moment where you get to speak to us, yell at us. Well, yell at Jordan, really, and send your comments in. So we always get excited. Jordan, welcome.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm splendid.
You're very Christmassy. You got your little Charlie Brown tree in the back. That's good.
Yeah, I just saw that. That's cute.
Mm-hmm.
Cute.
That's
I'm trying to get into the holiday spirit,
into the spirit. Great.
Spread some joy and
Here we are.
happiness, especially now that my football club is winning things again.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, you went there. I actually have a vanilla cedar candle burning in my new studio, so I feel festive as well.
Ooh, yes, I love that.
All
I
right.
love a tree-scented candle. So we have a lot of things going on in the feedback email. So
Great.
let's start with some comments that we have gotten. So there's no question here, but just some thoughts for you to noodle over. The first one is from Aaron via email. And Aaron said, last night, this is from a couple weeks ago. Last night, I went to my first MLS game watching San Diego FC versus Minnesota in the second round of playoffs. It was also the first time for all 9 other people I brought, ranging from no soccer experience to those who follow mainly EPL. We tailgated, had great seats for a reasonable price, and loved the San Diego positive energy, especially the samba drums. As Landon has touted, Andres Dryers delivered a classy, clinical, quality finish from a sweet back heel, along with some great saves from the defense in clutch moments that Tim would applaud. It felt great to see how far the game has come with my son and others in a relaxed local experience. Thank you for promoting MLS and the beautiful game so broadly.
That's awesome.
Well written. Amazing.
That was
Very
awesome.
nice.
Yeah, it's and to be honest, like soccer, we love soccer. We love it, obviously, so we're partial, but like if you have no idea about soccer, it's still a great viewing experience to see live. It's fun. It's enjoyable.
I always say that, Tim.
Yeah.
Same. Like TV is one thing, and sometimes a game can be boring if there's no goals and all that. If you go in person, it's so electric.
Totally, because there's
So
songs,
fun.
there's drums,
Energy
it's
is
so
amazing.
colorful. Yeah, and we obviously enjoy it because we're partial.
As somebody who we talk a lot about my love of music and live music on this podcast, but I think all the things that make me love live music also apply to going to see soccer live.
Yeah.
Like it's that feeling of being in a crowd of people who are all cheering the same people, doing the same thing. And that's like just really a wonderful experience.
Totally.
So I'm glad that Aaron had such a good time.
Yeah.
And so did all his friends.
Dope.
Also, we have a comment from Renee via email who wanted you guys to know that they just bought 4 tickets to see the U.S. play at Lumen Field because of the comments on this show.
Dope.
Watch you guys every week. You are a great resource. Go USA.
Go USA.
I'd like
That's gonna
to
be amazing.
petition FIFA for a percentage of those ticket sales.
Sure.
The 4
Right?
tickets that Renee bought, we would like
it's probably cost $100,000.
That might fall on deaf ears, even though you know people in FIFA.
All right. Well,
Let's get
that's
into
awesome.
some.
I'll be there. Come say hi, Renee.
Here's a question from Chris via Instagram. If you had to start your careers over again and play in each other's positions, who do you think would do better?
I'm world class. I'm world
What
class.
a-
It's an amazing question. It's amazing.
Tim would have played for Barcelona.
B.
I would have played for Barcelona of Ecuador.
Oh, Landon would have no. I win. I edge that.
Well, I'm 5'8", dude. I can't. It's like
I mean-
smaller than Ramondo.
But by the way, stick the ball up to the big fella. I'd be pinning
You'd have
people
been- you'd
like
have been
Victor
nice.
Anichebe. And if you don't know who Victor Anichebe is, shout out to Vic.
Yeah.
I mean,
Big
the
Vic.
man could pin you and put you in a chair.
Are they saying like we had the same skill but just different
No.
bodies, or what's the?
I don't know.
Like, imagine he had my level of like skill on all the things.
then
but
we'd
in
be the
that
same
body.
person.
Yeah,
No, in
you'd
that
be the
body?
same.
In that
Oh, my
body, I
God.
would have played for Real Madrid. You
LD,
know?
yeah, I give
Seriously.
you no goalkeeping credit. So I'm like, I don't
would have
know.
I'm actually pretty good. I would be a pretty good goalie.
You'd be okay.
I'm just too small.
Okay.
question.
Here's another question from Matt via email. If the World Cup started today,
Mm,
who is the captain of the U.S. men's national team
that's
and
a great
why?
question.
good question.
That's a great question.
Okay, so I'm a little bit baffled. I know I should know this. Who is there a rotating system or is it?
Hasn't it been Reem?
Yeah, it's mostly been Tim Ream. It was Christian. We talked about this on the podcast.
Right,
It was
right.
Christian.
No, but then
shockingly, very recently.
But then he didn't play, and then he hasn't had it until there was a game where I think nobody else was on the field, so he was given, or the other people weren't on the field, so he was given the armband.
It's been Tyler too.
It was
right,
Tyler
some
at
point?
times, and Chris Richards wore it a couple times, didn't he?
I think maybe he did.
Maybe?
Yes.
I would guess Tim Ream, I guess.
Yeah.
Right?
My 4 candidates would be Tim Ream, Chris Richards, Christian Pulisic, and Tyler Adams.
Tyler.
I tend to think look, here's the thing about Tim Ream. If Tim Ream's on the field, he's going to be your captain, your leader, your father figure. He's going to be everything, armband or not.
Right.
I'm also not in favor of giving it to players to empower them because I think that backfires and never works. I don't know. I don't.
It's sad that we.
No,
can't.
I know.
And it's sad because in all 4 cases, there's you can make a decent argument as to why they shouldn't and someone else should. Tim Ream is good, but I think he's a little more quiet, subdued, which is fine. That can be. Christian, he's had some challenges in and out with Pochettino. Tyler, he's kind of in and out, and maybe Tyler, but Chris Richards, he has all the makings. He's just he's so inexperienced.
He will be the captain.
So that is kind of an issue.
So the question
It's
is,
a great question.
Who
will be if it started today? I would say Tim Ream.
I guess I'd have to go with Tim Ream too. Well,
yeah.
Interesting. I have a question for Landon from Lindsay via Instagram. Landon, this is such a strange question, but it's wonderful.
You put it in.
Lindsay, I know, but it's
Why
so
are
weird
you so
that
handsome, Landon? Okay.
Landon, how was the experience of the 1999 Pan Am Games in Winnipeg?
I was there too. Why didn't she ask me?
Were you there?
I don't know.
Bro, I was there. Steve
in
Shack
Winnipeg,
was my roommate
right?
in Winnipeg.
Steve Shack.
Amazing.
That's a hell of a question. Is Lindsay from Winnipeg?
I don't know.
Has to be. She has to be.
I'll tell you 2 things I remember about that trip. One was I flew into Fargo, North Dakota.
Same.
And then drove up to Winnipeg. You what?
Go ahead. Keep going.
And the second was there was a Casey and JoJo song playing that came out during that time. And I mean, I had it on repeat. And it was Aiden Brown.
All My Life.
It was either All My Life or it was another one. Maybe it's Tell Me It's Real. We're getting real deep.
Did you want to sing a couple bars?
Did you
Deep
tell me it's real? This feeling that I feel.
Oh, maybe.
Jordan's loving this.
I love it so
Was
much.
Aiden Brown on that trip?
I played, so I don't know.
I want to say Aiden Brown and I were listening to that song on repeat. Those are the only things I remember. So it's
amazing.
Trip.
I also flew through Fargo. I'm guessing that's the route you go.
I'm guessing.
And
yeah.
I ran into, I'm gonna butcher this. I ran into either Little Richard. Is that was he?
Little Richard.
Maybe is that right?
Is that a singer?
The singer.
Little Richard.
Or there's another one that looks like him who's got the perm in his hair and the makeup. Anyway,
Stevie Wonder.
No, it wasn't Stevie Wonder.
Like a Muddy Waters kind of.
I think
blues.
I think it might have been Little Richard.
That's amazing. In the airport?
Where am I? Yeah, where am I? But yes, I was also there.
Question.
Great question.
Jesus.
Okay, well, I included a question specifically for Tim because I thought the other one was specifically for Landon. This one's from Lucas via email. Tim, I was wondering what it is like competing with your fellow goalkeeper teammates on your professional club and national teams. I imagine that you are friends, but also competing for one spot. Does the competition ever get in the way of your relationship? Just wondering what that looks like at the pro level.
Great question.
Good question. No, it doesn't get in the way. I remember in all of the times that I played in the Premier League or what have you, I've been openly admitted this. Brad Guzan's my guy. I competed against Casey Keller and all these guys. I wanted them to be so horrifically bad in their games and in their league. When Brad Guzan was on the rise and he was pushing me, he was at Villa, I was like, I hope he gets pumped. Every week I turn. He's my guy, and I'm guessing he's gonna come on this show soon. He'll probably say the same thing because that's the only way you can compete. It's not like It's not like Tyler Adams and Landon playing in the same midfield. They can play in the same midfield. They can both be amazing. There's going to be one. So, in fact, I remember the Villa Park is one of the most amazing places to play in England. And we were playing. He was down the other end. And they were giving me loads of pelters. They were calling Guzan like US #1 and all sorts. Like, it was crazy. And I remember being so angry, and I saved a penalty and I started giving it back because I was like, nah, man. But no, I think there's but all that being said, you always walk the line. So like, I never spoke out of turn to Brad. Brad never spoke out of turn to me. We always had each other's back. We always looked after each other. We were like best of friends. But deep down, when he gave me a big old bear hug before the game, I'm also like, I felt that. I know what that means. You're hoping that I'm not great today. That's normal. That's what you want. Good
It's
question.
like quarterback in the NFL, right?
Sure.
And this is why I always say clarity is so important
Mhm.
and knowing your roles, because if it's too close and there's competition, it can create some issues and it's
Sure.
challenging. Like Tim knew he was the guy. Now, if he had 3 bad games in a row, it can change. But like he knew, but he also knew in the back of his mind, okay, this guy's coming.
Yeah.
And to your point, if me and Clint and Ricardo Clark were all phenomenal in training, it's not like one of us was going to, you can find a way to get us all on the field.
Sure, that's right.
Right. But a goalkeeper, there's only one. So
That's right.
great question.
Tim, I'd like to ask a follow-up question. So I never really thought about it until you just told that story, but goalkeeper is maybe the only player on the field that it would be okay for them to like engage with the fans during the game.
All the time. All the time.
So what is that experience? Do you feel like you need to be funny or like have a quick quip for them or anything? Or it's just instinctual, like you're reacting to.
You're so close. You hear everything. And the thing, I could be thrown in jail for the things I used to say to people because, and vice versa, we'd be sharing the same jail cell because of what they said to me. But we used to, people, they would say things and it would make you like enraged. And so I would say some horrific things because I was like, I'm getting it from you. It's not like if you think for a second I can't give it back, like do one. Did I ever tell the, I'm trying to think, I've told it recently. Did I tell the story on here, LD, about, I think it used to be one set of fans, but then it kind of started all over where they would make fun of my Tourette syndrome. Did I ever tell you that?
Yeah. So you swore at them.
So I swore at them and then they just started laughing and it was so funny. But no, that was the fun part. But I think overall, like you would say some things back. Or you should. I'm not just going to take it on chin.
Okay, one last question. I feel like I just want to say to all of the people who write into the show, I love when you write in with your ideas of how to make soccer better because those I almost guarantee will end up on the show because sometimes I just like the idea of winding Tim and Landon up with some of these suggestions. But I think this one is like an interesting concept.
I talked about man marking Messi, so like I'm all for suggestions.
Innovation.
Landon wants to start getting rid of players in extra time.
Yeah.
So
totally.
Okay, this is from Tyler via email. I do my best to convert fellow Americans into soccer fans, but I find that many get stuck on the faking injuries and time-wasting tactics in general. I think if soccer ditched the running clock and adapted a start-stop clock like basketball, for example, it would disincentivize a lot of the quote-unquote dark arts that are huge turnoffs to the average American viewer.
It's an interesting, I mean, in college soccer, they do that. Like they
No, we're not adopting college soccer rules. We gotta get rid of half of those. Just keep going. Keep going.
I'm just saying they do it. Like the challenge with added time is it's all subjective. It's just the ref. I mean, there's not, I know they say like 30 seconds per substitution and 30, but that doesn't, sometimes a sub goes off in 4 seconds. And sometimes it takes them a minute to get off the field. And so, yeah, there's so much subjectivity. And I remember during, was it in Qatar in the first round games? They had like 12 minutes, 15.
Yeah.
They were like just taking the piss out of it. And so it was like, I don't know. I don't know if that's the solution, but doing away with that would be immense. Now, don't they have the rule where you have to stay off for 30 seconds or something? Do they do that in MLS?
It's that's an MLS rule.
Yeah. I don't hate that because I'm like, dude, if you really that hurt, I always tell my kids when they get hurt when we're playing soccer, whatever, I'm like, fine, if you're hurt that bad, go inside.
Yeah.
Otherwise, let's go. Get up.
Bounce
Let's
right
play.
back up.
Yeah, let's play.
I don't know. I'm okay with it. I'm okay with. I think they've done a good job from a rule standpoint of just trying to get things moving and cooking a little bit quicker. It's also part of the game, some of these things. So I think the
Yeah,
referee.
but what they're saying, Tim, is like it's turning people off from watching. I get that comment all the time from people who don't. You're in like the diehards, right? Like people turn on NBC. Those are like the diehards every week. But like these are people who are like, I really want to watch, but they're rolling around for 3 minutes. And it's just like stupid.
I disagree because I've been in the game a long time. Almost as long. I think you and I have been the same.
Mm-hmm.
And I've heard it as like an overarching comment, but people say the darndest things to me. People say anything to me. I've never had someone come up to me and go, I really liked Chelsea, and I wasn't really into soccer, but I really liked them. But I got halfway through the season, and this rolling around thing, I just never watched it again. Like no one's ever said it. As a blanket statement. People will call in or write in and say like, I just don't know if that's I don't know if that's turning people off. I don't know. I don't think they're getting deep because I think if you're deep into the game, then you're not turning it off anyway.
No, but my point is like people are like, I'd like to watch, but this is all I watch. Every time I turn it on, this is all I see. So
I don't buy it.
I honestly, it boggles my mind that people who are so dedicated to American football, which takes like 9 hours to watch 15 minutes of American football, is like,
that's true.
And there's no commercial breaks. Like there's one big commercial break in the middle of the game, guys. Like set aside 2 hours, watch your soccer, and then go about the rest of your life.
Yeah,
it's better on this side.
It's also,
in my opinion.
It's also fandom. Like, and we talked about this with Messi and people hating Inter Miami. Like, there is part of this where the best rivalry you and I have ever played in is USA Mexico, and I'm telling you, if there was a team who I hated to play against because that's what they were going to do. Early in my career, they're going to take the lead, and then they were going to bleed that clock. And but it creates this hate and this love, and this, I don't know. I'm here for it. Yeah. Anyway.
Fair.
Okay. As a reminder, if you would like your suggestion for how to make soccer better featured on this podcast, you can email me at feedback@unfilteredsoccer.com. That's it.